Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Absolutely ruined my day. I just saw someone say that guys send memes to you because they find them funny, while women send you memes because they think you'll find them funny.
The fact that she just found out men and women are different absolutely ruined her day. She's gonna do great in life.
A red flag in men that I feel like I didn't care about a lot when I was younger, but do now is promiscuity and being like very sexually careless and risky, and the need to like engage in very casual relations with people. And I feel like when I was younger, obviously it's like not ideal, but I didn't really care about it as much. And I think it's because of the way that we are kind of conditioned, right? So like as a woman, if you engage in those types of relations, you are seen as being insecure. You have low self-esteem. You're doing it because you need validation. You're doing it because you have like daddy issues, whatever it is. But men who do that in society are seen as being like ladies' men, and they can just like get any woman they want. And it doesn't have as negative of a connotation. And I think that's why women like accept it more, right? But as you get older and you kind of observe both men and women who are this way, men who have to engage in that also have low self-esteem and have low self-worth. And they're insecure because they need that outside validation in order to feel good about themselves. And I've realized that a lot of the validation that they're looking for is actually from other men, because if they can show to other men that they're very desired by women and like, oh, I get with all these women, I can engage in hookup culture, whatever it is, they think it makes them look more manly. But I don't think that means that you're a confident person, and I don't think it means that you value yourself.
Unlike you, because I'm sure you've done it to be a conqueror. You've done it only to prove to yourself that you can do it. And sure, absolutely. Genghis Khan, for example, is known to have had maybe 5,000 kids. That was one man with low self-esteem, for sure. You like it or not, and I'm sure you're not going to, it does take a little bit more effort for a guy to sleep with a woman. That's where the difference comes from when a woman is being promiscuous compared to a man who's doing the same.
You really want to know what turns a man on, and it's so simple. When a woman tells a man exactly what she wants. Because he loves a confident and direct woman.
Does he really? Well, I'm sure you know better than me, with me being a man and all that.
In case some of you have not realized it yet, there are a whole group of men that are no longer afraid to be single. They're just afraid of being in another pointless, soul-sucking relationship.
Oh, wait, but how can that be? With all of you being direct and confident women, why would a man choose to be single?
Nothing worse on planet Earth than a man who has been given one too many compliments simply because they are attractive, that has built up the self-confidence inside of them to put their phone, okay, on their fucking, on the top of the same desk that they play their fucking Valorant or Fortnite. What happened to men going to war? What happened to men fighting for us? What happened to men building a house?
I have so many things to say. Some of these men that you're speaking about are building a life for their family and children. This is how they manage to keep a roof over their head. You seem a little out of touch with reality. Do you know how hard it is to just have a house, a place to live right now? You might not understand because you could post a lip gloss and make thousands, millions of dollars off of that. Remember when people used to tell you to go get a real job when you were first starting social media? And how demeaning that was? Because of the amount of hours that it takes to actually put into doing stuff like this? I will never deny that having social media as a job is one of the best jobs in the world. But just because somebody gained a little bit too much confidence and they're doing it a different way than you did, doesn't mean we need to shame them for it, all right? We're all just trying to survive. And what happened to men going to war and building homes for us? What are you talking about? Aren't you a man, James? And James, most of your content I think is hilarious. I think it's fun, whatever. This one, you seem so out of touch with what is actually happening. You're looking for a couple laughs, I get it. If you need to try that hard to get it, then I guess go for it. You go live on here and you sell your makeup products. What the is the difference? You've done too many creepy things that people don't just want to give it to you for free? I get it. But let's pipe the down about what other people are doing. You got a lot of issues you got to work out for yourself, buddy.
Or maybe not, because he's perfect, unlike those pesky men he was talking about in his video. Now, the obvious thing I was about to say was ban TikTok, and hopefully it will happen, and then send him to war, because he's a man. But we'll ignore all that, because I have a question for the ladies. How exactly is a man selling makeup, raising 39.7 million followers, when the majority of women on TikTok doing all those makeup tutorials gather like 50 followers? Do you ladies need a man to teach you how to wear makeup?
Life is so funny because, like, one day you're living in a $10,000 a month apartment and, like, getting to do whatever you want and eating at Michelin star restaurants all the time and going on a vacation to the Amman Hotel in Sri Lanka and then extending the trip and going to Singapore and staying at the Ritz-Carlton. And you're with this man who you think you're going to marry, and he's made you financially dependent on him over the course of the relationship. And then you get into a fight one night and he turns ice cold and cuts you off financially completely, and you have no cards because you've been using his card, so you don't have any money on you. And while you're sleeping, has his friend go over to the apartment that you guys have shared since, like, the lease began and moved in together, and, like, it was our apartment. And has his friend pack up all of your stuff and then drop it outside of your friend's apartment in his hallway. Says, find your way back to New York, and it's January, so when I get back to New York, I will have technically nowhere permanent to live. And there's absolutely nothing I can do because I wasn't on the lease, and he was calculating in that. And obviously this is partially my fault for making the mistake of becoming financially dependent on someone when I really didn't need to. Like, I had a career, I had tons of friends, I was happy. Yeah, we'll see.
See what? He is not gonna take you back if that one fight led to the breakup. And sure, this could count as a sad story, but what was the fight all about? Was he the guy you were supposed to get married to, or were you just another sugar baby? What were you hoping to achieve with this video?
For the right guy, all you're gonna have to do is exist. Thank you.
And I'm sure the previous lady thought pretty much the same thing.
Don't get married in your early 20s. I'm sure there are some exceptions to the rule, but just don't do it. I'm going to tell you right now, you do not know who you are in your 20s. You barely know who you are in your early 30s. When you are in your 30s, something happens to you where you discover all the things you've hidden about yourself to cater to other people, where you are authentically finding who you truly are, what you love, what you like, what you don't like, things that you pretended to like for other people. You start, I'm not saying you fully get there, but you start getting to a point where you don't care what other people think, because you realize unless they are feeding you, or paying your bills, they don't matter. Their opinions don't matter. Okay? And that is when you truly know who you are.
Yeah, you have no idea who you are even in your 30s unless someone else is paying your bills. Good point. Fresh out of high school, you already know if you want to go to college or what career you want to go for, if you want to learn a new trade or join the military or do whatever you want. But when it comes to marriage, you have no idea who you are. You do know early in your 20s that all you want to do is have fun, go to parties, go to nightclubs. But when it comes to long-term relationships, you have no idea who you are. No, yeah, good point. You can vote after you turn 18, right?
What's your name?
My name is Esfir.
Where you from?
I'm from Germany.
When it comes to like dating, what type of guys do you usually find attractive?
Good question. I don't know. I like more character is more important for me. Ambitious when he knows what he wants in life and goes for it, has goals, is in his masculine energy.
Of course, the energy. And yeah, sure, he needs to be ambitious and have goals. I wonder what you will think about some guy who his only ambitious will be to become a plumber. And maybe his goal will be to be the best plumber in the entire world. Somehow, I don't think he will be ambitious enough.
Do you know the most revolutionary bit of advice that I've ever received? Men speak in action. Not texting you back, not a priority. Not wanting to resolve shit, not a priority. Not knowing where you stand with them, you're not a priority. Not being honest about how they feel, because you're not a priority.
What are you yelling at me for? Be mad at yourself, not me. You're the one dealing with the guy, not me.
I'm just not used to being in a relationship. I don't even know what to do. Do you have any advice?
Oh, well, your job as a woman is to notice when a man is happy and immediately put a stop to that nonsense.
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.